After we announced my pregnancy, my SILs planned to humiliate me. At my husband's party backfired, landing her in jail and a divorce. My husband Greg turned 32 last month. We announced I was pregnant 2 weeks before his birthday party. His sister Whitney called the next day asking if we were doing laundry detergent for the party. I said we hadn't planned it yet. She said she'd handle everything. Free party planning sounded great since I was dealing with morning sickness. The party was at Greg's parents' house. Whitney showed up 3 hours early with boxes. She set up tables and decorations in the backyard. She kept checking her phone and smiling. I was in the kitchen helping Greg's mom with food. Whitney walked in holding a gift bag. She said it was for me to open at the party during present time. Guests arrived around 6. Greg's coworkers, college friends, some family, about 40 people total. Whitney kept looking at her watch. She announced it was time for presents at 7:30. Everyone gathered in the living room. Whitney handed me the gift bag first. She had this weird grin. I opened it. Inside was a pregnancy test. Negative. Then another one. Also negative. Then 5 more. All negative tests. I looked at Whitney confused. She said loudly so everyone could hear that those were my tests from last year. She said I'd been faking pregnancy scares to trap Greg into marriage. She pulled out printed text messages on her phone. Messages between me and some guy named Austin about lying to Greg. Greg stood up. He asked what she was talking about. Whitney said she hired someone to go through my phone last month. She had proof I was cheating and faking the pregnancy. She said the baby probably wasn't even Greg's. People started whispering. Greg's mom looked shocked. I told everyone I don't know anyone named Austin. Greg grabbed Whitney's phone. He looked at the messages. The phone number wasn't mine. He showed me. It wasn't even close to my number. Whitney's face went red. She said she must have gotten the wrong screenshots. She started backtracking, saying maybe it was a different contact. Greg's dad asked where she got those pregnancy tests. Whitney stammered. She said from my bathroom trash. Greg said we moved into our new apartment 4 months ago. Whitney didn't know that. She'd never visited the new place. These tests couldn't be from last year because we weren't even living there yet. Greg told Whitney to explain herself now. She admitted she bought negative tests at the store yesterday. She said she did it to protect Greg. She thought I was trapping him. Greg asked why she would think that. Whitney said because I got pregnant too fast. We'd only been married 8 months. Greg's brother Matt stood up. He said Whitney pulled the same thing at his wedding 2 years ago. She tried to prove his wife was cheating by photoshopping pictures everyone had forgotten about it because Matt forgave her. Greg pulled out his phone. He called the police. Whitney laughed. She said he was being dramatic. A cop can't arrest someone for a prank. The officer arrived 20 minutes later. Greg explained everything, showed the fake texts. The pregnancy tests. Whitney had also broken into our old apartment last week to plant evidence. Our old landlord had called about a break-in. The officer asked Whitney if she broke into the apartment. She said yes, but it was family business, not crime. The officer arrested her for breaking and entering and harassment. Whitney screamed the whole way to the cop car. She yelled that I was ruining the family, that Greg was making a huge mistake. Greg's parents just stood there. His mom was crying. His dad looked angry, but not at Whitney. He said, Greg overreacted. That family doesn't call cops on family, Greg said. Whitney needed to face consequences. She'd been pulling stuff like this for years. Whitney's husband Ron didn't say anything during the party. He left right after the cops took her. The next day, Ron called Greg. He said he was done. He'd covered for Whitney's behavior their whole marriage. This was the final straw. He filed for divorce that week. Whitney got out on bail 2 days later. She called Greg 15 times. He didn't answer. She showed up at our apartment. Greg told her through the door to leave or he'd call the cops again. She finally left after sitting in her car for an hour. The court date was set for 6 weeks later. Whitney tried to get Greg's parents to talk him into dropping charges. They tried once. Greg said no. His mom said Whitney just made a mistake. Greg said breaking into someone's home and trying to destroy their marriage wasn't a mistake. Whitney pleaded guilty. She got 6 months probation and had to pay for the damage to our old apartment. The landlord said she broke the bathroom window climbing in. Ron's divorce went through last week. He got their house because Whitney couldn't afford the mortgage without his income.